Hi, Timothy. This is Rebecca with your assignment 2 critique. Great job on making some super creepy, weird stuff here. I really love all of your concepts here and everything that inspired it, that inspired them. So let's go ahead and start with this first image. Um, I like what you said about a whole swarm of these things would be really creepy, and you are totally right. That is a really weird creature. I like the little hands on the end of the legs, and um, it's just so bizarre. So, plus, yeah, I would not want to run into this in a dark alley. I mean, yeah, it's not the worst thing, but it ranks up there definitely. Um, the only thing that I see that may need some improvement is a shadow on this guy, so that it seems like he is really placed in the image instead of placed on the image. So I see that this air conditioning duct up here has a shadow coming down underneath it. So I would recommend having a shadow kind of coming down some around these areas here to just make him seem a little more placed, like around under this leg and stuff. So it seems like the light source is coming from up here. Obviously, there's also a light source back here, but I don't know if it doesn't seem like it travels all the way down here, that this one is something else that's coming from over here. But I love these little people walking down this alley. So it really tells a strong narrative about what's going to happen when they get further down here. So great, great idea, great work on that one. I really love the second image a lot. It's such a great image to start with of this wolf, and the idea with the mouth for the eyes and stuff, and just these tentacles coming out of all these orifices is just really well done. Really good job compositing, and it's definitely creepy. It's so weird. So good work there. And the third image is so much different than the other two, but I really like the idea behind it about um, the Silence of the Lambs Bill guy and this, wearing the skin and all the grossness, but that like these are the elements that he's not really able to wear in a way. Like those are the two things that don't transfer on the skin. Like you can't transfer the eyeballs, you can just transfer holes. Same with like the mouth. So these are like the leftovers almost, and I love that you experimented with the liquid tool, and um, just I love that you just tried different stuff out, and you know they like this piece by itself, just on a canvas by itself, would also be really interesting. Not next to these other two, just to see how it is, how it stands on its own. So that's another thing that I thought about when I was looking at it. So great work on all three of these. Looking at them laid out together, I really love your use of text and your tagline here. This image got really dark on the edges, and it bleeds out into the background. These images all have pretty crisp edges. You can see the whole, especially this one, obviously, because it's white on black. So I would recommend using like a dodge tool or something, or maybe that might not work because it might be too dark to begin with, but you could use your paintbrush and do just a really soft light brush around the edges to create like a really faint dark gray vignette, but that brings in a whole edge around this thing to really frame it so that there's no bleeding into the black edge like these guys. So that's all for that. That's just some technical stuff. Other than that, you did a great job. I love these concepts. I love how much you got into this assignment. Keep up the great work.